Dad can't fix it, you're screwed. Okay, here we go. All goulashed up, ready to get it in there. One side in, and let's get the other side in. Purposely done it so there's going to be loads of squeeze out on it. There's going to be loads of squeeze out in there. Get my damp cloth quickly. Oh, sorry I left you sitting there with no commentary or anything like that while I got myself quickly the damn cloth. Oh. So, what I'll be doing is putting that into the back like that. That will look spot on when that's got primer onto it. That will look spot on with primer on it. Come to the other side. So you can see that again. This is where old bank cards work a wonder. Get the damp cloth on there in a second. Second, I'm going to glue that piece in there as well now. So you can see that up there, this piece. Where did I place it? Huh? Up there. Can't remember. No, it's not that one. It's this one. So what I'm going to do is, can I get a bit of gear onto front edge there, push it in, squeeze it, let it loose, bring it to the front, line it up. And just like that, that's that piece sorted. Let's go to the other side. Do the other one. There's my damp cloth. Oh. You can just see that up in there. So what I do is get a bit of stuff there, put a bit of stuff onto that side, a little bit onto the back. Up. Get hold of that. Squeeze it in. In a second, I'm gonna masticate it all in, and then that will be spot on. Let's get some more of this here behind there with a little up that way around. This is kind of like a backfill. I will go over the top with mastic. Here we go. And like that, come across here. That looks better. Mastic looks so much better in there than good fill. I'm going to get in there. That's what it looks like, sitting with the track saw. The track saw is going to stay on top of here and do repeatable cuts into here. So what I can do is I can adjust this here. So if I bring that back, I'll do there 12 mil. So it's minus the track. So if I actually do it there, so that's minus the track, and that will cut down. See if I pull that lever down, do a whole series of repetitive cuts in there. But I'll turn the camera off while I do that because it's too noisy. Just like that. Trim that. So see, it takes nice little slivers out, and that should be enough. I'll push that cable up for that to go through. I'm going to do that both sides for the cables then. Okay. So, get that, and that's in. Up here. Skirting board in, and that's nice and tidy. Cable's not, but cable gets tidied out, but that's nice against there. So it sits underneath there, lovely. Sits on here, bit of mastic around there, and that'd be fine. So that piece in. So now the next piece is to measure the long part out. It goes the opposite way up around the room, so it goes from there all the way through, but for that I need to move all that first. So there's my one drying, so that's the one I've mited. It's going to go into the fireplace, get cut down. It's the second mite I'll be turning onto in that corner. So what we're going to do is going to stack the skirting board that I'm going to use over there. Going to pick my two doors up, move them down to there onto a piece of cardboard, and get this long piece on. And it's going to have to be somehow sorting this room out, ready for a floor. Be interesting.
fixes everything he can. There's nothing he won't try. If the hands is hanging crooked, he'll have it standing by. From fitting bathrooms to fitting kitchens, to fitting windows and floors, plastering and tiling, woodwork.
So today's proper DIY. There's a nail there, so I'm going to get a hammer on that. There's some nails there. Okay, they bored half this floor through. Ah, this has got quite a few nails stuck here. And I worked this already across here. That this here, that point back there is in line with this here kind of thing. So it's not level, it's in line. Oh God, it's very windy today. So I'm gonna have to do the door like that because it's really warm as well. So I'm trying to keep a draft going. I'm gonna hoover that off there because Sonny Boy didn't do something. Oh, that's fine powder everywhere. So what I'm gonna do is hoover that through, make myself a bit of clean working surface, then patch this in and try and get that patched in and film that as I go along. So here we are, hoovered through. I'm going to go around with the hammer now and sort all the loose, see, nails like that sticking out. Still gonna have a look. What I'm gonna do here is for height difference. So if I put the level across there, just looking for flat, I've got quite an even gap underneath it. So I'm wondering check how much clearance it is. It's probably just a tile, so that's 9mm. See, it's 9mm, literally virtually all the way across. So see like a 9mm gap into there. I have to see what I've got for material to patch that in with. And what we'll do then is we'll patch that in. So, just made the decision. Some of this stuff here back here is actually quite brittle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen everything off. These are tiles. This was like a half that was on there or something like that. So I take all the loose stuff up. Once I have it all out the way, I'll do a thin bed of mortar all across it, or sand and cement. And what I'll do is, because I can screw it off to the top of that thickness, and I'll leave that to dry then before I do this floor back here. I think that's going to be the way to go, sorting it in that manner. So I'll patch this floorboard in and sort that, as I just said there, because if I get the level on there now, that point at the back where that sits on, that is level with my floor. See, my floor comes to level like that there as well, and then that way Yeah, that way I've got like the perfect floor for that piece there. Never going to be seen because it's going to all actually be covered, but I want that to be right what sits in there. So I've got myself a 4-in-1 mix in there. And I'm going to drop it into here and literally just create myself a thin bed going across there all the way, spread out. I'm going to just for now pack it in where it needs packing into the bigger voids. I made it quite sloppy so I got, you know, easy to spread it across. I'll drag that through in a minute and make sure it's all flat. Get everything out the bucket first. I just mix this quick through by hand. That's what I did. So. I will wipe the wall. Oh, why does it always just make such a mess? You know, when it's bound to get on everything, it gets on everything. So, gonna get myself something to drag that straight through. And oh yeah, I've got something here, a piece of plastic. No, because when I use that plastic trim, so I'm not going to use that. It'll be something I'm not going to use anymore. This is going today. This is ready for the rubbish. So I'm going to do is unplug my Hoover. Oops, move the camera. So leave the Hoover cable. Do that. Make sure I'm clear to get my piece through. This is all I'm gonna do. You can tell it's warm today. those parts up there drying already. Come back from this side. There you go. That's going to go in the rubbish, so I don't need that part anymore. But that will do. I'm going to throw something in there because there's a bit of a, it doesn't make a difference like that. There's a bit of a gap underneath it because the floor takes it away. But while I've got it, I might as well put it in. So that's one kind of floated floor over that half that was missing. Leave that to dry before I can do anything else. Clean my tools up, but hope you get the gist. That's it. Half's filled in, and then at some point we'll be tiled in there and a floor going down in here. It's been a little afternoon of trying to do all bits and bobs, but I hope you enjoyed it. This heat this week, we had a heat wave. It's cooled down a bit today, it's windy, so that makes it nice. But I don't get that in work, that wind. Stuck indoors in a classroom, you know, it's not the same. So I'm going to trim that piece of skirting board on there, that goes over here. I'll film that still as well to finish off today, and then the living room has got one more piece, so I'll finish this two pieces of skirting board here today. Here we go. So I'm going to trim the back edge of that. Try and get it sitting on there, so you hopefully see everything I'm doing. Yeah, you should be able to see everything I'm doing. So what we're going to do is, skirting board needs to go across the top of that. So that first mark there is the height of what that trim is. It's like a little up and over cut. The distance I will go is flush with the fireplace like that. So that's the outside edge, that's the inside edge of that trim. Come back. I mark now the underneath of what it is. That needs to be 5 mil past it. So that is the line at the top of it. So this is my top line. Coming up there for that little cutting. That's my little cutting. But what I need to do is I need to keep that going back that way. That's only fractional that goes in. Right the thickness of my big square, so I'm going to do that. Mark that back. So That's what I'm going to cut away. Like that. A little cut into it like this at the front. And that would drop over the top then like it did on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll take that outside, do my cut, and come back. I'll actually take you with me and we'll do a hand cut on there. Probably use the jigsaw for that. So we'll go out the back. Jigsaw still plugged in, out into the sunshine. Lay it on there. Lay it on there. Should be able to see that. Oh, the problem is it's going to vibrate like mad and probably make noise like mad. So what I'll do is no, that's not going to work because the camera's bouncing away. And here we go. So, take it, lift it up, push it in, knock it so it's nice and square, get the level on top, in the bubble, happy dappy. So, there's that last piece in, one more to go, it's really warm today, and it sits nicely against that edge, it'll all get filled in, so 2 sides. Chimney press done. But that's solid in there. That looks nice back there. Got that piece to do, and then we've got to finish this living room. Put it across the front here. Get myself this. Where are the oh, there? There's the damn cloth because you need that. Oops, that card there will do. So these cards work really well. Keep hold of these always old cards. Close all the joints. Everything will be painted. Looks nicely on the wall. Get it off that. Nice. Skirting board in the living room fitted. Whew. I know where I haven't done mastic yet. Over here in the cupboard. On the top of that edge there, so let's do that quickly. Open one door, open 2 doors, you can see just on top of there. Can do this. Now take it off what's on the back of that card. finish working what's on my finger before I put new stuff on. So I'll get the gun. Thin bead. Thin bead. Thin bead up into the corner. Helps on this side. Thin bead. Move my gun. Pick it up. One fine swoop. Done, done, done. 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 Wipe it clean. I'll run some up that corner. Sorry for the shakiness, but it's trying to do everything one-handed. So mastic on there, force it into the joint. Force it into the joint. You can see that looks nice and crisp. I would add a little bit into there. There we go. Give it a bit of a wipe, because that makes it look neat. There you go. Corner. So I hope everyone liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this. Making a nice job out of this. Yeah, baby. If Dad can't fix it, you're screwed.